Oh.
Hey everybody!
Hi!
Welcome to our digital event today. I'm Janna Matthews.
And I'm Kathy Burrell.
And today we are joined by 3113 Quilting and Embroidery. We have Becky and Jerolyn. Hi Becky and Jerolyn.
Hi! And they're joining us live from their shop there in Attala, Alabama.
And we actually have not only them live, but we have some wonderful people watching live in the shop, which is fantastic. So hello everybody in the shop. We're so happy that you came and joined us there. This is their 1 year anniversary yesterday, right?
Yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, 1 year in business. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, how long, we've got at the bottom here, you can see at the very bottom, we've got their name in case you were like, what did they just say?
Yeah.
And their address and their email and their phone number,
Yep.
so you can contact them, not right now because they're watching the show and they're participating, but after the show you can contact them, ask them about any of the products, get any of the specials that are going along. But how long have you guys been in this new shop?
4 weeks, I think, or this is our 4th week.
4 weeks in your new place. And how's it going so far?
Awesome. Wonderful.
Yeah? Does it feel big and roomy compared to where you came from?
Do what?
Does it feel big and roomy from where you came from?
Oh, yes.
That's so good.
Well, and Kathy was showing me that you guys have a video that you've done on Facebook. So anybody joining us who can't get down there to see the full shop themselves, you're just watching online, you're like, I want to see their shop. Go to their Facebook page. It's got some wonderful videos that shows whatever things they have. You can see all the ins and outs of the shop, all the cute stuff they've got going on. It's really fantastic. I
Them
love
putting
them.
up their sign, which was so exciting to watch.
Oh, I'm all about pictures and social media.
Oh, good. We love that. So we just want to see where everybody's watching from today. So I'm gonna step over here. I've got my little trusty laptop over here, and I'm gonna be running the show back and forth. So if I step over here to run it, that's where I am. Kathy, I'm not abandoning you. So I'm just gonna throw up. So tell us where you're watching from. We'd love to hear that.
Yeah, where are you all coming from today? Where are you watching from? We know we've got a whole bunch watching from Attala, from the shop, 3113. Looks like Paula is watching from Indiana. Hello, Paula. Lisa's watching at an eye appointment, so she's watching on YouTube. Welcome, Lisa. Southside, Alabama. Hello, Lisa. At your eye appointment. We've got Deidre from Youngsville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Hi, Deidre. This is so fun. We're watching from all over, aren't we? We're here in Utah, of course.
Yeah, and we've been having some not so great weather. I mean, other people probably think it's fantastic. It's just hot and dry.
And hot.
But not like super hot. Like it's been in the low hundreds, early 90s. And so I'm sure other places in the country would be so happy if they could get some of this weather. And we're like, we would love some of your rain, right?
And how's your weather today?
Storming.
It's dumping cats and dogs, you were saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we have Deborah from Texas. Was that Texas?
Oh, sorry.
Arkansas. DeQueen, Arkansas. And Trudy from Idaho. She's here in our neck of the woods. Hot in North Carolina, Deidre is saying.
So she's got that heat as well.
The heat and probably the humidity, which we don't have here.
Probably much hotter feeling than we are. Although we get a little bit of humidity and we're like,
it's
so terrible. But we've got a great big show event planned. We've got some fantastic pricing we're going to talk about later. Product we're going to demonstrate, as you can see right behind us. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to have a wonderful video by Carla about a specific item that comes with our machines, any new purchase. Or if you have purchased a machine, you can get it as well. So that's great. And then What else are we doing today? Something about giveaways.
Giveaways, some prizes, yes. So make sure you keep watching to see if you won the prize for pre-registering. We had a lot of pre-registrants. We were so excited to see you all register for the prizes, and I hope you won. So we'll have to wait and see.
This will probably not be our one and only event with 3113 and Grace Company, and so we want to make sure that whenever we're doing an event, so we explain how prizes are picked, is you have to register ahead of time on the platform, and then we do a random generator and it pulls up those names. Now, if my name, because I register always to make sure it works, if my name comes up, just so you know, I don't win. We do fix that, so don't think that like, how come so-and-so won? It's totally random, but if the random generator picks us, we throw it in.
Going on. Yeah, exactly.
But we're let me pop up what prizes we're going to be giving away today, because I think that's super fun. First, we're going to be looking at our Quilters combo.
This is such a good combo. So it's what you need to get started using the TrueCut product. It's got your 40, actually this one has the cutting mat, 24 by 36, the ruler, 6.5 by 24.5, which is our most popular size. The comfort cutter, so the 45 millimeter My Comfort cutter, which is our ergonomic comfort cutter. It is a great cutter for any of those that have any sort of arthritis or any sort of pain in their hands or their arms or their shoulders, like I do. A pack of True Grips, which can not only be used on the TrueCut cutter as rulers, but also any other rulers that you might have. This is such a great combo. So we're excited.
I love it for several reasons. One, I love that the comfort cutter, it doesn't matter if you're right or left-handed, the comfort cutter can switch back and forth. So if you have a left-handed cutter in your house or at your quilt guild or something like that and they want to borrow it, it's okay. You can switch it back and forth with no issue. But I also love that inside the comfort cutter you can label it. So you take off that little plastic piece.
Personalize
I'll pop it up there.
Make it your own.
Where it says right there on that little TrueCut red piece, but
on the handle
you can pop it out, put your name in, so that everybody knows it's your cutter, not somebody else's. So that's going to be fantastic. So I don't know, are we giving this away right now at the very beginning?
No, I think we're going to wait a little bit until we talk about our product. But we do have a grand prize at the end.
Let's talk about that grand prize.
Let's talk about the grand prize. Now this one is huge. This is our Cutie bundle, and it includes
the Cutie and the bungees. Now, I want to specify, we had this picture wrong. This is the old Cutie, original Cutie tabletop frame. What we're giving away is the Cutie Breeze. So let me pop that up here.
New Cutie. There's a picture of it right there.
So it's got those overhead handles, and you can see in those overhead handles there's some spot to put your scissors, to put pins. It's got magnets up there.
Extra bobbins up there.
All that fun storage. But you can see the handles. It's kind of hard because of the black on black. But the handles have on the front and back. So if you have a laser or a pantograph or something that you're using from the rear, you can run it easily because it's got that extra section right there. But that bundle, let's go back to that bundle section. It's got the bungees. Now the bungees don't normally come with the Cutie Breeze.
Right.
So we're going to include those and an 8-pack of thread. And we're going to let the winner pick what colors.
Oh, that's so exciting. So they can choose whatever quilts they're doing and they'll match the threads to go to it. So that's exciting.
And who doesn't love picking thread? Like it's like candy, right? It's as a quilter.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about each of those. We're going to show some things, but first we want to talk about the 16X Elite. So we're going to just say bye to Jerolyn and Becky just really quick. They're going to step away as we start working on this so that they can take a break while we're talking about this. So if you have any questions throughout the event, please put in the comments. I'm monitoring here and here so we can make sure if you have any questions about the 16X Elite and the Evolution or about the how do you get those specials, again, down here below, you can see how to get hold of Becky and Jerolyn.
They'll answer all your questions.
Not during the show. Don't think like, oh, they're not on camera. I'm going to call them right now. Wait until the end.
All right. So, Janna, do we want to talk about the frame first or the machine first?
I want to talk about the frame.
Okay. I think
love
that's
this
great
frame.
I have this frame. This is my frame.
This is your frame.
Yes, I love this frame. It is so fun, so easy to use, so easy to put together. I mean, I'm a beginning quilter, I will be honest, and it is easy to use.
So my first thing that I want to talk to everybody about is that it's a 3-rail system.
Yes.
So you've got this front rail here, sometimes called the belly rail, right? Because that's where your belly goes. And then you've got this rail down here. Now your backing goes on this rail, and this rail back here, this is the take-up rail, so that you can see this is where our quilt comes rolled up back here. This is where you're going to put your backing all attached here and onto this front rail. Then your top goes attached to here, and your batting comes in between and goes over the front, and then the top comes over like that. So then you can pin it to leader claws, you can do different things, but just so that when people are talking about like what kind of rail system, this isn't hooping.
Nope.
It's not like the Cutie, this is totally rail system. So whatever size you do, that's the size you can do the quilt for. So right now we've got this set up as a 7-foot.
Yes.
So I can do twin and maybe
a small queen, a full maybe.
Maybe a
call it
full, yeah. Queen's more like 8 foot, King's 10, and California King is 12. So you can get them in 8, 10, or 12, which is fantastic. The thing I like about it is it's beefy.
It is. I mean, you can lean right on it. It's not moving. It's not moving your fabric around. It is beefy.
Well, and I love that on the legs. So some of our other frames, they're a little bit thinner, and not that they're not still good, but when you have to move it, even if you're using it, because right now we have casters on it, so it's easy to move around in our studio. But when we move the other ones around, sometimes the legs can tend to go like this, or they go like this, or different things.
Yeah.
With the Evolution Elite, it is solid.
It is.
And it is not going to move after you're doing it.
Has the extra brackets, keeping those legs to the top, to the other leg.
Thicker.
Yes.
They're like a full 2 inches. They're just fantastic. But my number one thing is the ratchets.
Yes.
So do you want to show right back there?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so with the ratchets here, easy to use. So lift it up right here, and you can see you can roll your fabric. We've got it pretty tight right now, so I'm not going to roll it. But I'd like to point out here in this ratchet, we have really upgraded the ratchet.
Can you open it from the back, I think?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. I think that might be an easy way to...
Maybe. There we go. Okay.
And then hold up the... Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So, let me show you. This ratchet here, it is made of metal. Do you know what that means? That means it is not wearing down.
It's not going to break off those teeth.
Yep. It's nice and strong. You won't have any issues with it. It's good to go forever.
And well, and the ratchet part, as you notice when she's lifting up, it's metal as well. So there's not plastic parts on those ratchets that are interacting with each other. So they are going to click in place.
Metal on metal.
They're not going to slip because it's a plastic. So this is top of the line. Yeah. You're going to have this for a really long time rail system.
Yes.
And all our frames aren't like that. So, I mean, we have some other great frames, and also the cost is part of that. So just be knowing if you already have a frame and you're like, I'd like to upgrade to that. It is a little bit more expensive because it has all those features and benefits of that.
But keep in mind, it will last you. It will. I was hoping to get a frame that I could pass down to my girls. So that's what the plan is, and I know that it'll last because it's made so well.
But when you're buying the machine for the event today, you get the machine and the frame included in the machine price. So it's basically almost like getting a free frame. So that's super fantastic for today, and we'll talk about that pricing in a minute. But let's now talk about the machine.
Okay.
So this is the 16X Elite. It's 16 inches of throat space. You can see right there. And even though this rail is really big, now we have the take-up rail and the idler rail. This idler rail is on the back. You can see it allows the big roll to go up higher, so I can roll it bigger and bigger and bigger without it affecting the height of my machine.
And the idler rail doesn't come with the frame, but it is definitely something you can add when you purchase the machine and frame, or later on if you want to add it later. And you want to, save up for it, that's something you can definitely add later, very easily.
And the reason we don't include it is because not everybody wants it. Not everybody does such big frames or big quilts. Then the other part is that this idler rail also, it's the same bracket information you can see here on the side. It attaches, you can do it down here instead and make a 4th rail at the bottom for your batting. If you get those big batting rolls and put them on there, you can have it attached that way.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Can work either.
I know I went back to the frame a little bit as we were talking about the machine, but okay. So 16 inches of throat space.
Okay.
You can't really see it from the front, but I'm going to bring it to the side, and you're going to see my hand disappear because I'm a nice white person who has no skin tone. That it's got right here that it's just so bright. Like, so we've got these wonderful throat lights.
LED lights.
LED lights, but you can dim them if they're too bright, or if you're thinking it adds a shadow. You can go into the tools, which we'll go into in a minute, that you can dim those. But it also has, which we can't see too well here, but there is a light down in the bobbin case area.
And that is a lifesaver. A lifesaver, let me tell you, because I can't see when I have a big quilt hanging in the front here, and even when I lift it, it's just kind of dark. But that, I can see the bobbin, because the light is lighting it up.
So one of the questions people ask always is, okay, if I've got 16 inches of throat space, how much am I losing when I'm going along? So when you have just the regular rail, you're losing about two and a half inches of throat space. So you can easily do a 12-inch quilt block. However, as you can see here, as you're rolling, if you're doing a really big quilt, and you can see we're at the very end of our fabric here, and we may not have rolled it as tight as we needed to. You can see it's a little loosey-goosey a little bit there. But if you're rolling it really tight, you're going to lose maybe a couple inches or something.
3 inches or so.
But, you know, really, if you're keeping it tight and everything like that, you should be able to do the 12-inch block, no problem. For me, I know I'm a little bit taller than Kathy, but I still need these extendable handles. So they unclamp, it's a bicycle clamp, and you can go in and out, and then also side to side, whichever is most comfortable. I had a person one time at a show, she had me turn it out like this, and she sewed like this, and she's like, oh, this is so comfortable. And I was like, okay, because she said her wrists were so straight as she was doing it.
It's interesting.
But you know, that's not comfortable to me. I'm more comfortable this way, right?
And I like mine pretty much straight
up and down, So you just adjust it to where you need to go, and then you put that clamp down, and then you're ready to go, and you don't have to grip it so high. You can see one hand. I'm just moving it. I don't have to hold both hands to make sure, even when I turn it on, right?
Easy peasy.
I can just put it with one hand.
That is one of the things I love about the 16X Elite, and the Elite machines in particular. They are so smooth and easy to use. I mean, there's no worrying about having to get a sore back or sore shoulders. As you saw, Janna did it with one hand. You can do it with one finger. I mean, it's really smooth.
Yeah, and the nice thing is, because it's a 16-inch throat space, you do feel like, oh, I'm going to be having to move this big, giant machine. But really, because of the dual track system on the frame and the dual track system on the carriage, those wheels just glide through there.
They really do. They really, really do.
So on the handles, we have an up and down needle button here, or once you're in a system, it'll go up and down. But this touch screen is so great. Now, our 16X has a touch screen, and our 19X, and the 19X Elite and 21X Elite, they all have this larger screen. Tell me how much you love the larger screen.
I will tell you why I love this larger screen. I'm at that age where if it's not this far away from me, I can't see it. So with this larger screen, I don't have to worry about throwing my glasses on to see the screen or backing up so I can read it. It's the perfect size for me, for my eyes.
And I find too that there's some things that happen in the screen that are a little bit different than the other machines. So first off, we have just the regular sewing modes, precise, cruise, based, and manual, because there are some people who like manual still, so we always keep those on our machines.
And I had a woman yesterday came into our facility here, and she loved quilting and manual, and she was so good, and it's because she had practiced and practiced.
That's what she's had on her machine forever. And so we always keep that on there. But precise is great for all the things you're doing when you're just quilting normally. Now I'll turn this on, and you'll see it's not moving. I'm not moving. It didn't start. But when I start to move it, and you can see that move up and down. and start to quilt. But if I stop, it stops. So if I'm going to be filling in an area, or I'm trying to follow stitch in the ditch, or even doing feathers sometimes, I'm slowing down a little bit. I'll select cruise because it will continue to sew just like the cruise in your car, whether I start and stop. And you can have modes here. You can come back and forth of how much percentage of the quilting you're going to do. But you'll see I press start and it's just going to keep going. Whether I'm going slow, it's not going to stop and start. Now if I'm going faster and doing my quilting, it doesn't affect it. But as I go slow again, if I'm trying to follow that stitch, it's going to give me that option to not start and stop. So then it's smoother as it's going around those curves if I'm going slower.
Well, and let's talk about the stitch regulation. I mean, it works so well. We've got the encoders, and as you go faster, your stitches are going to stay the same as if you go slower. You know, sometimes you're not paying attention because you're watching something on TV or on YouTube, and you want to make sure those stitches are keeping the same, right? Not all of us are as good as my customer I had yesterday in the manual mode, right? So definitely the stitch regulation is so helpful.
And the 3 stitch modes that we talked about, the precise, cruise, and then the basting, those are all stitch regulated.
Yes.
So even in baste mode, which has a small, a medium, and a large, you will stitch those out in a regulated piece, which is so fun that even basting mode is stitch regulated. So the other thing I love about this screen, right, we've got needle up, needle down. You can do that on
the
handlebars as well. So the start and stop button is here. People have asked, are these interchangeable? Can I switch them over? And they don't. So even though you might be left-handed, just start it with your right hand. So that'll be okay. But I love that it has a toolbar that comes up. The thing about the toolbar is you don't get this on just the X's. You only get it in the deletes. So one of the things I love in the toolbar is our bobbin estimator.
Yes, and let's actually talk about that. So we were setting up this machine and frame today, and it was showing red on the bobbin, right here, red. And I'm like, I need to look at the bobbin. What if we run out of bobbin thread while we're in the middle of our show here?
Exactly. Maybe you wouldn't have seen it, but it would have thrown us off for sure to just keep punching holes into the fabric without any thread. But yeah, it's an estimator only. It doesn't tell you for sure how much, but you tell how many yards you're going to put in, and then it'll estimate how much. Because whenever you do a bobbin pull, where you're pulling your thread when you first start quilting, you're tying at the end, all those kinds of things, it will have just an estimate of how much, but it'll let you know, hey, it's green, it's going to orange, and then it goes to red.
And when red, it's time to change
time
it
to
or look at it,
The other thing it has is it has a measuring tool, a calculator, because even though I have a calculator on my phone and a calculator in my sewing room, I can never find the calculator or my phone at that time, so that's an issue. And then edge warning. So I want to set this edge warning really quick. I don't know about you, but like Kathy was saying, when you're quilting and you're going along and you're thinking about the design or maybe how you're going to piece something else or you're going to bind it later, and then you hit the back or the front. So I'm going to set this right back here. See if I come all the way back, I'm going to hit that. And so I don't want to hit that right there. So I'm going to set my top left, and then I'm going to set, I want to work on this quilt block, I'm going to set it here. And I'm going to say within 1/2 inch of my quilting, it's going to tell me to beep. So let's see. I'm making my design. I'm starting to get within 1/2 inch. You can hear that beep. So that beeping, I don't know if you could hear it, was set for, it's going to show me. The other thing is it's going to do an edge warning light, and I don't know if you saw that red light that was beeping as well. So let me turn it back on again.
So whether you're more, auditory, you want to hear it, or whether you're more visual and you want to see the blinking light, it has both options.
And the thing about it is it doesn't stop you. It doesn't stop the machine, but it warns you so you're aware. So whether you're coming up to front, so if you can set it right in front of the clips, so you don't come. And this is really helpful too if you ever have a ruler base that you're using and you leave the ruler base on, but you're quilting something else. That ruler base just sticks out just a little bit farther. And so you might think, oh, my quilt needle is way back here, and normally my machine ends here, but that ruler base comes forward, and so you're gonna hit it a little bit sooner than the other way.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
But the edge warning is easy to take on and off. You just turn it off, and now it disappeared, so you don't see those little arrows there anymore. And so it's not gonna beep now. If I go back to that section, it's gonna allow me to go to the end and bump into my roll of my fabric now.
Now, Janna, what if I can't find my instruction manual? What is one of the nice things that these Elite machines have on them?
An instruction manual.
Yes.
Because where did I put my instruction manual? In a safe space, right? And so up here in the settings and help guide, so that's up in that corner. Let me bring this forward just a little bit so you can see it. All right. And so in the settings is where we have those lights set up and the flashing. But then also in our settings, in our help, we have all these sections. So we have prepare to quilt, we have quilting, we have maintenance, troubleshooting, how to use the touch screen. Even though we all have touch screens in our lives, right?
Right.
Computers, phones, all that kind of stuff. A touch screen on your machine might be slightly different, or you might say, oh, I have a touch screen, but not everything I'm going to, where is that thing?
Exactly.
So it's a whole tutorial you can go through that I love that you can exit out at any time too, right? You don't have to go to it if you don't want to. So we've got preparing to quilt is one of my favorite ones at the very beginning, right? We've got threading your machine. It has a little tutorial where to go with all of that. Then we have choosing your needle. This is one, I don't know if you can see this, but come into the shop. And then you can see that a little bit better for yourself when you're coming into the shop. So you can see those, but it shows a needle being straight and it shows a needle pulling up. So you can see, oh, this is the wrong type of needle, or maybe my needle has some issues. Oh, thank you so much. We got the zoom in there so you can see my needle. So when I go back here, you can see there's my preparing to quilt. Also winding the bobbin. Here's my manual on how to wind the bobbin.
Which there's a bobbin winder on this machine. We didn't talk about that.
We haven't talked about that yet. Yeah. So I like that whole preparing to quilt, those kinds of things. And then quilting. It goes through about setting your tension, winding your bobbin, pulling up the bobbin thread after you've tied off, all those kinds of things. Again, in your manual, but easy to take care of here. So we've got our maintenance, how do you oil it, your oiling guide, your cleaning guide, all those kinds of things, easily taken care of. And then I love this, using the touch screen.
Yes.
Right, welcome to your unique tutorial. You can tap through and it'll talk to you, show you all these little fun spots, but you can come up here in the corner and exit at any time.
Yes.
So, instruction manual, right, is fantastic.
It really is. It really is. Just because, like you said, it's always in a safe place. Where that is, in your sewing room or quilting room, who knows?
Right, so let's talk about, you were just saying, the bobbin winder.
Yes. So our Cutie machine, our 16X Elite, it's got a bobbin winder on it. So you can actually wind your bobbin while you are quilting. You don't have to do one or the other.
Yeah, because it's a different machine motor than what's winding here in your machine. So you're not having to try and oh, I got to unthread everything.
Yeah.
And you'll notice back here that there's two different sections for your thread mast so that you can easily access the bobbin winder, get it all set up, wind it up, set it going while you're finishing quilting, and it'll stop on its own. I mean, I don't recommend that always because I've always had times, you can see back here, that this bobbin winder, I mean, you want to monitor it, obviously. So this front one is for your front thread, and then this one is for your back to wind your bobbin. It has a sensor in it. It has a start and stop so that you can, if it starts going wonky, you can hit it right away. But if you're following the directions and going through everything, it's pretty easy to get that all wound on there.
Yes.
And then it also has a little cutter over there so you don't have to try and grab your scissors that are up front and move it to the other side.
Yeah, it is awesome. It really
now,
is.
The other thing that I love that we didn't really talk about yet is how fast this machine is.
Yes.
So we talked about that it has stitch regulation, and we talked about that you can do manual, but we didn't say how fast the stitch regulation
This is a fast machine. 2,100 stitches per minute. Do you stitch that fast?
Not unless I'm being silly,
Yeah,
right? Like I'm just like, I'm going to sign my name here, yeah?
I mean, that's a lot of stitches. So if you're a fast quilter, this is the machine for you,
Yeah.
definitely. It
So-
can keep up with you.
It can keep up with
Yeah.
you. So other machines have different type of stitch regulation. So again, this is the 16X Elite that we're showing for this event.
Yes.
And so if you have any questions about this machine or other machines, again, down there at the very bottom, you have all the information
Yep.
to contact 3113 Quilting and Embroidery so that they can give you all that information. But we want to talk to them.
Yeah,
So I don't know
let's
if
bring them
they're
back.
available to bring back and ask their opinions on the 16X Elite
And the
machine and the
Evolution
Evolution Elite frame, what they found. Becky, Jerolyn, are you guys there?
Hi, guys. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So what is your favorite part about the Evolution Elite frame? I know that you got one in the shop. You did a little video on Facebook when you received it and put it together. What's your favorite part about that frame?
Oh,
Is it like choosing a favorite child?
yeah, it really is. But now I see some stuff that I want to get. I like the idler bar. But no, we love I love the frame, and it comes to find out you can, if it's a little bit bigger, king size than the 10-foot frame will hold, I figured out that I can shift my quilt a little bit on it when I'm doing certain things, but that would be something I'd have to show somebody. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I was like, that's way past my
me too.
techniques. I have the machine quilt size for the quilt frame, but yes.
Yes.
But I think that's the best part about having our partnership with you is that we know the products and we quilt a little bit, but you guys are quilters and can teach everybody and give them the techniques and show them
Tips
the
and
best way.
tricks.
Yeah.
I do see a comment here coming through that says that project hours is great too. That is
that's
something
right,
we
yeah.
didn't talk about on the 16X Elite machine. It'll track your project hours, so you can see how long you've been on using it, you know, how long it's been taking you to do each of your projects. That is a great tool and part of this machine.
And if you're the kind of quilter that does, this is one thing I thought of that we forgot to say about the machine or the frame. If you're the kind of quilter that has several projects going at a time, quilting claws, leader claws come with the frame for the size that it is, but you can purchase additional leader claws. And so I've seen our head educator here, Carla, she's put on a machine or on a frame, she's put a quilt and then she's attached it with the leader claws and then she takes it off, still attached the leader claws and puts new leader claws on with the new quilt. So like just because you have one machine and frame setup doesn't mean you can't work on multiple projects. You just have to have multiple leader claws. Yeah. So that's
which we can, I mean, definitely 3113 can get those for you separately. Those are something that they can sell separately for you. So if you already have a machine and frame, you just are wanting to invest into those extra leader claws, they can definitely help you out with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's another question someone was asking about pre-wound bobbins. So we have finesse thread has pre-wound bobbins. Now this machine we also didn't talk about has an M-class bobbin.
Yes.
So it's a little bit bigger. And so when you run the machine, it does wind to those M-class sizes. So if you're looking for different machine or frames, it does come with some. And I think you actually get some with the package. You get some additional empty metal M-class bobbins that come with it, so that you can wind a whole bunch. Because I'm notorious, if I start a project, I'm like, I gotta have everything ready. So I'll wind extra bobbins just in case, even though like I might think, well, the pattern that I'm doing isn't gonna take that much. It's like, I don't know, if it runs out, if I get a snarl, I just want to have them ready that I can switch them in and out really easily.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe it's a good time to see who one of our winners is for that Quilters Combo.
Okay, great. So we've had everybody watching. Again, this is a pre-registration prize. So this person registered for the event. We used a random generator. We promise We don't even know who any of these people are, so it wouldn't even behoove us to try and pick that. But okay, so let me get my...
Are we ready?
Yes.
So the Quilters
this is
combo.
The Quilters combo plus the 24 by 36 cutting mat.
Yes.
So you're set to get going with everything on there.
All right, drum roll. Who is our big winner?
Okay, where's our drum roll?
Laurette Crowell, congratulations. So she was one of our pre-registrants, and congratulations, Laurette. We're so excited for you to get started with your TrueCut combo.
Yeah, now because you pre-registered for the event, we do have your information, so we'll get that sent out to you. We have either your email or your phone number, and we'll email you for the address and everything. But if you want to send us your information to help get that before that, Allegra is our prize giveaway coordinator.
Yes.
And you can email allegra@graceframe.com, and she can help you get that all set up.
Yeah.
But congratulations on that.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So,
you're going to have so much fun. I know on the comments people kept saying, I have TrueCut, I love TrueCut. So that's going to be super wonderful prize. So,
all right. So one of the items that are in the accessory pack is called the 360 Wonderfoot.
Ooh, let me pop it up here.
So we are going to have a wonderful video from our education director, Carla, which if you watch us or watch any of the videos, you'll see Carla on them. She's a fantastic quilter, and she is going to give us a little demonstration of how the 360 Wonderfoot works and what kind of things you can do with that.
Yeah, and you can see this zoomed in picture. You can see that kind of cross stitch that works with Stitch in the Ditch Made Easy.
Yes.
Again, this comes with, if you're buying a machine for the first time, it'll come with the accessory pack this month for free. But if you already have a machine, and that includes the little Rebel, you can just purchase this. It's $199.95. But I didn't say anything yet, but we're gonna do a special prize for you guys, exclusive for this event. We're gonna do 20% off, and we're gonna put that coupon code up at the end of the thing. So you have to be watching to get the coupon code for 20% off of the Wonderfoot if you don't already own it, but you own a Unique machine, and that includes the little Rebel. So okay, we're gonna go to our video on the Wonderfoot, and we'll see you right after.
All right.
Hello everybody and welcome. I am Carla Jerome with the Grace Company, and today I get to introduce to you our new Wonderfoot 360, and I'm really excited about this foot. It's like shoes. You can never have enough shoes to accessorize with. Well, this foot is like those little roller shoes that you can roll around on. It's fun, it's engaging, and let me show you what it does. So, with this foot, you get a wide foot that has a bearing in it, and it has a little spring that springs down. So you know, like on your domestic machines, the spring down action actually helps to keep it on the fabric at all times, and it doesn't inhibit it, and you'd think it'd make it wrinkle, but because it's wide, it doesn't. So we have these little inserts that you can put in. You get 5 inserts with it, and they each do specific things. The insert that I have in it right now is the Stitch in the Ditch feature, and it is, you can see that it's cross-angled in the center, so it aligns your needle and gives you those crosses so that you can ride along your seam and keep it nice and straight. And then you'll notice that as I'm riding along the seam, and I'm just showing you how it works before I actually get quilting. So as you're riding along the seam, when you get to the seam that's going up, you'll notice that the lines on the insert will show you now it's time to move up, and it turns. And notice that. It's just so much fun and very engaging. And then when you get to the line where your next seam is going across towards your left, you just ride along the seam and then you come down. So much fun. Now at first you'll be a little wobbly, we all are, and so you might want to use your ruler base, or till you get a little more comfortable, you can use a ruler to write along the edge just to kind of keep your movements nice and steady until you get familiar with how it turns on you, with you. So you might want to try different ways of using it, but you will find it very fun and very engaging. So let's thread it. And let's show you how it works. And when the foot comes, you get the one foot, but like I was talking about, you get 5 different inserts, and they each do different things. So it's like you get 5 feet, 5 different shoes in one package. Very exciting and a lot of fun. All right, and notice that it just really helps you hone in and get right on that seam because of the lines on it. I'm just going to pull it up, and now I'm going to come back right on that seam, and I'm just going to turn my machine on. So now I've made sure that my lines are all intersecting with my seams on my quilt, and I'm just going to turn it on and start moving down. And you'll notice that as I move down, it's going to help me keep it. And then when my seam hits, I'm just going to move across. I have to hold my fabric, sorry. And now I'm just going to move up my quilt, staying on my seam. And you can go as slow or as fast as you want. It's just, oh God, it's so much fun. Now that is the stitch in the ditch foot. Let's put in another insert and show you what the other inserts do. But see how fun? And very easy because it turns with you, and it'll also keep your seams nice and straight. So your quilting nice and straight. So let's change out the insert. I'm just going to give me a little bit of extra thread here. And now I can pull up my bottom thread and cut my threads. Very important as you're quilting. All right, now with my Pro machines and with your other machines, you want to move the needle up out of the way so that you can change your insert. So with my Pro machines, I can just tap on my up button and notice how it went back in, but I have a needle jog, so I'm just going to jog it up as high as I can. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to take my foot height gauge, which is included, and I'm going to push on this little lever right here on the insert, and see, I can pull it right out. Easy. All right, the next insert I get to show you are the offset inserts. There are 2 offsets. So which will help align your needle 1/4 inch in from your seam or 3/8 of an inch in from your seam. And this is what the 1/4 inch looks like. You'll notice that it has a little circle. And so you'll just put your insert in. So you don't need to take the whole foot off to put the inserts in. All right. So now you can see that I have my 1/4 inch insert in. Now, just to play with that, I don't want to turn it on. I just want you to see how it works. Okay, so I'm going to align. I'm going to start up here, okay? And I'm going to align. I'm just doing the squares right now. We'll go up and do the angles a little later. All right, notice how it's pushing my needle 1/4 inch away from my seam line. And that's just how it's going to work. Just like the stitch in the ditch foot, it works the same way. So when the lines hit your seam, it's time for you to turn the other direction as you're quilting. So we're going to bring our thread up, we're going to come back, and we're going to show you how the offset works. Just going to align my needle up, and then I'm just going to turn it on and start moving down till I hit my seam going across, and then I'm going to move it, keeping it as straight as I can till I hit, and then I go up. And this one will probably take a little bit more practice, but boy, is it fun. And notice, not bad. And then you get the 1/4 inch and the 3/8. So you have the two different sizes and they work the same way. But there's a couple more I want to show you. I'm very excited about. So this next one is it's the circle. And it's just a circle insert. And what it does is it helps you with echo stitches as you're quilting. And so let me quickly change the insert. And again, I'm just going to raise my needle up. Okay, I'm going the wrong direction, so bear with me. Just going to move it up out of the way and quickly change my insert. But it doesn't take too much time. And I'm going to put my circle, or what I call my echo insert in. And I'm just going to angle it right here. So I'm going to get it within the area. There we go. There we go. All right, so now the echo foot is in. So what I want to do, because on this one I kind of want to draw, and just kind of help me keep my echo stitch away. So it's going to go like this. I'm going to do my C's just to give me a line of sight so I can do it. Make sure that my repeats are going to stay, and it'll help me adjust. So I'm just going to come down here, pull up my thread. All right, and we're going to start stitching along using this echo foot. So with the echo foot, we're just going to go around and do our little spirals and try to keep using it. It's just kind of a fun little foot to help you make your little loops come in and out. You just have a lot of fun. Notice how as I'm moving it across my quilt, it'll just help me keep my spirals nice and loopy, and it also helps me adjust them. I'm trying to stay in that square there, so I'm not coming up and out. Boy, I could do this all day. I just love quilting with it because as it turns, just makes it fun. And it actually helps your loops and your spirals as you're turning. See how much fun it could be. Just keep going across my quilt. Helping me watch as I'm doing that echo stitch around the edge there. And as I'm coming back, it just kind of helps me keep it nice and even. And an echo stitch is just kind of a repeat stitch, but I'm trying to maintain it 1/4 inch away. There we go. I just wanted to see how fun and entertaining it is. And it does, as it goes around in the loop, it actually makes your curves and turns more curvy. And who doesn't like a good curve as they're quilting? So let me show you our newest insert. And it's our clear view insert. And this one's really fun because I saved what I think is almost the best for last. And it's an insert that doesn't have anything on it, so that you can trace, you can do whatever you want, but it actually allows you to see your design, and it gives you a wide area. So it's not like an open toe, it's actually better than an open toe foot. So let's just change the needle right now. There we go. And not the needle, let's change the insert right now to the clear view insert. And notice as I'm moving around how it's turning. Just such a fun foot. So I'm going to put my last insert in. Getting a little better the more I do it. All right, so now I'm gonna move over here. And you can see that I have a clear view of my lines going across. So as I'm moving across, I'll just use this insert to watch my tracing lines. Ah, a little wonky there, sorry. And as you're going across, just watch it. And you're just going to adjust yourself and move on down the quilt as we're quilting. I want to go back over that one. Not bad, but with time, I'll get much better. Anyway, just have fun with the Wonderfoot 360. Make your designs. Explore the opportunities that you have using it. And, you know, you can play with all the different inserts. See how the lines really help you stay straight on if you don't have them? Yeah, you can see and you know, but they really do help keep you nice and straight. But the Wonderfoot 360 is just going to give you that stability and that extra little help you need to make your stitching nice and perfect. So you're probably wondering why. Why do I need the Wonderfoot? And how is it going to help me? Well, there's a lot of different ways it can help you with your quilting. It's going to help you with improve your stitch in the ditch, and it's also going to help you with your offsets. The lines are there to help you stay nice and straight, but it's very engaging and a lot of fun. And it gives you that stability. So it also will help you applique. So raw edge applique is another feature that you'd use the clear foot for. And so many more possibilities that I probably am not aware of that you will be telling me about how you use it. So as you're quilting and as you enjoy it, I invite you to share with me how you use it and how excited you are about it. We've already tested it in some of our classes, and those quilters can't wait for it to come out and show me all the different ways they're going to apply the different inserts to their quilting. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment below and don't forget to share and subscribe. Also follow our Instagram and visit our website at graceframe.com or contact your local dealer. I'm Carla Jerome, and thank you for joining me here at the Grace Company to show you the Wonderfoot 360.
What? That was fantastic.
I know. I love the Wonderfoot. It is amazing. It does so much more than I thought it did. I thought it only did straight lines.
I think that was one of the comments we put up too. Kathleen was saying, this is a game changer. I didn't know that it could do circle lines and echo. And I love the way that Carla was also, which is totally not about the 360, was that she was sitting down while she was quilting, because I think we always think, oh, I have to stand up. I have to get that. And she's like, oh, I'm quilting, and I stop and I slide down and I keep quilting. So there's all those different things. What did you think, Becky, Jerolyn? What were some things you liked about the video?
Everything.
It's so fun.
Well, I think one of our ladies here is already saying, will it fit the Rebel? I said, yes.
Yeah, it will fit all the Unique machines, including the Little Rebel, which I love that they did that on the Little Rebel, that it matches it, so you don't have to get different hopping feet, because you could get the Little Rebel and another Unique machine, right? You have your big setup and you have your Little Rebel on the small setup. But yeah, we've for those who had heard earlier, we are doing a special on the Wonderfoot. Now it comes with the 16X Elite and the pricing for technically any of the machines you're buying this month. But if you already have a machine and you're wanting to get that special, this is for 3113 only. So you can't use this code anywhere else, right? You have to call them and get this. It's 3113 20% Wonder, and it's going to be $159.96. Normally it's $199.95. So if you didn't have the opportunity to buy it before, it didn't come in your pack, you got a different, you got the 9-piece or the 3-piece or something. You bought it before.
Perfect timing right now.
Perfect
Just give them a call or an email.
And exclusive to 3113. So this code only works with them. It does not work anywhere. It won't be on our site, won't be with any of our dealers. So exclusive to 3113. So don't miss out. Take advantage. Yay!
That's awesome.
We've been shopping Grace products all morning.
That's a great way to do it. I'll just take this. Oh, now I got a code. I can take this.
Exactly. Well, you can see we're right here in front of the Little Rebel and Cutie Breeze. And we're just going to take a couple of seconds here and talk about our newest little machine to the Grace lineup. This is our Little Rebel. It's a 13-inch throat space.
8.5-inch harp space.
8.5-inch harp. It's tall. You can get a big king size through that. But it's a little special. It's a little bit different than our other Unique machines. What's different about it, Jack?
Well, the first thing is it can be set up on a machine like this. We've got it set up. You can see it comes with this little start and stop button so that you don't have to use the foot pedal, but it is a straight stitch machine. So you can have it set up for quilting, and it has a special, instead of a rolling encoder, it has a special optical encoder right here in front. So when you can use it on a frame, or you can use it without, you can just have the Little Rebel and you can push quilt. Right? So you can free motion by doing it. Now this is opposite of the way I'm used to. I'm used to moving machines. So whenever I've had to push quilt, it makes me a little angry because I'm confused. But if push quilting's more what you're used to, this will work for you.
It's a great machine for you,
But it also has a straight stitch and comes with 4 different presser feet. Okay, so it has the quilting foot, it has the edge foot, it also has the has a zipper foot, even though it doesn't have a zigzag, it's just the straight stitch. But it has all these great speeds on the side. It has, once you go into stitch regulation, you've got your different lengths, all those things. All these buttons here are all set up. So no matter what your quilting need is, whether it's piecing or quilting, you can use either. And of course, we're showing it on the Cutie Breeze. This is a hoop style, different than the rolling rail we showed earlier, right? But you can do a king size quilt. You're just gonna put it on like your quilt sandwich, and you're gonna let the rest of it float over the side. So we're gonna quilt, move it over, go to your next zone.
So
we didn't talk about, I realized, I'm gonna bring Becky and Jerolyn back. We didn't talk about our pricing on the 16 and the 19.
And
so
this is exclusive to 3113 as well.
Yeah. So I'm going to pop that up on the screen here.
Let's talk about this. So if you call or email 3113 and ask them for the special event pricing for the 16X Elite plus the Evolution Elite frame, you can get it in 8-foot, 10-foot, or 12-foot. It will include the accessory package with that 360 Wonderfoot that you all want, the unique laser, a horizontal spool holder, the 3-piece hopping foot set, which will come in handy with our special extra item we're going to throw in, 2 packs of bobbins, TrueCut cutting mat and cutter combo, basic plastic pattern perfect set, free motion starter kit, and 16, yes, I did say 16 packs of finesse thread, or 16 spools of finesse thread. And for this event, we are also going to throw in the 16-inch ruler base.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic, because that
Yes.
will work so well with that hopping foot set and that 16 pack of thread. Just so that everybody knows, we've chosen colors that have things to do with summer. So like strawberry lemonade or blueberries or Merlot or tropical sunset, you know, all those things that have to do with summer. So it's an inspiration for all your summer quilts that you're working on. It's really going to be fantastic. And that $72.49, seriously, Becky, Jerolyn, I can't believe you guys are doing that special.
Such a good deal.
It's so fantastic. Now, you guys, how long are you guys running this special through?
7 days.
7 days. So you gotta think about it real quick and give them a call. Send them an email. If you have questions, they are there for you. They're ready to help you answer any questions you might have.
And take it from someone who missed a deadline this week. 7 days will go by so fast and you won't even believe it. So don't think, oh, I got to think about this for a couple of days. Set a reminder on your phone, put it on your calendar so you don't forget to talk to them. Even if you want to talk it over with a partner or someone like that, or maybe you talk with some friends in the Quilt Guild and you're like, hey, maybe if a couple of us go in on it, it can live at my house and then you guys can come over and quilt. Whatever you need to do, don't miss out on the special that's happening, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. One other thing I want to mention, if this week you order the Little Rebel and Cutie Breeze, because this is more what you're looking for, we will also throw in the Little Rebel ruler base along with the accessory pack. So you will get that 3-piece hopping foot set, which includes the ruler foot, and then you'll get the ruler base.
That's
1 week
fantastic.
only. Order through 3113. Give them a call. Their phone number is right there at the bottom of our screen. Their email is as well.
Yes, so don't miss out. Now, we've talked about a lot of things. If you're thinking like, I can't remember what that was, I can't remember who, contact them. Because they know what's happening. They know all the different tricks and tips. And like we were talking before, not only do they know Grace products, they also know quilting. So they're there to answer all your quilting questions. And, you know, go see their shop because it's so cute. Or go to their Facebook page and check it out if you're too far away. But
we haven't given away the grand prize yet.
We haven't given away the grand prize, but I just wanted to say thank you, Becky, Jerolyn. Thanks for letting us be a part of your anniversary celebration.
And happy anniversary. It's such an accomplishment. We are so excited for you guys. It's only going to get bigger and better moving forward.
And watch their newsletters. Watch their Facebook. So we'll do this again in a couple of months. We'll have another digital event with them. So definitely watch these spots because we love being here with you guys.
Can you,
Absolutely.
Can you tell people how much the Little Rebel and the Breeze is for the next 7 days?
Oh, yes. Let me get that right here. Of course, I forgot to put that up. It's been interesting promotion product things. So let me grab that really quick. It is $31.99.
$31.99, including the accessory bundle with the ruler base. That is this machine with this frame right here. And she's gonna get it up there on the screen real quick for us. All right, it's been so great being here
There you
with all of you today. There we go, $31.99. Give 3113 a call.
And I just want to remind everybody that every little rebel needs a cutie. So
That's right.
or loves a cutie.
And needs a cutie.
Loves and needs a cutie. So don't forget. So I'm going to pop up that pricing again for the 16X
There you
Elite.
go.
$70.49. That extra special bonus of the ruler base included in the accessory pack that you can only get through 3113. And then also the Rebel and Cutie put together, and that's $31.99 again with that special pack, only available through 3113. So, okay, I think, are we ready for that Cutie Breeze giveaway?
Yes, we are ready. So
ignore the picture.
Cutie Breeze
it's
here
the Cutie Breeze
with the bungees and the 8-pack of thread.
And we're going to let people pick that 8-pack of thread.
Yes.
So, all right, ready?
All right.
Drum roll.
Elizabeth Hancock is the grand prize winner of the Cutie Bundle. Yay!
Congratulations,
We're so excited
Elizabeth.
for you.
Again, we'll have Allegra reach out to you. She'll be able to get you that information. So we'll get you contacted on how we can get that all shipped out. But Becky, Jerolyn,
it's been great.
Kathy, it's been great.
Thank you so much for letting us join you.
Thank you.
And tell everybody there in the shop hello for us. So wonderful that they could come and watch you, everything happening. So thanks everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.